I'm Claire. I'm in my last year at Korea International School. So just to give a little background about myself, I was born in the States, but most of my life I lived in Korea. I did study abroad in Seattle for 2 years, but that was my only abroad experience for me. Um, I've been more of a prose person than a poetry person, and I didn't appreciate poetry as much. But after going through this unit, I've developed a great respect for those who write poetry. I think it's a difficult thing to do. For me, poetry is like a conversation. When you're reading a poetry, you can actually hear the voice of the speaker. And the funny thing with it is that even though I'm the one who's always reading it, the voice I hear in my mind is different from for every poetry. And the charm of poetry, I think, is in the fact that it doesn't simply recite, but that it talks to you. At one point, you experience a loss that you become a slave to, and you feel like you've been cut off from the world. I know this is a cliched expression, but it does happen. You feel like you don't belong, and you feel lost, and you can't tolerate the fact that you are lost. But this poem called Wild Geese by Mary Oliver tells you that it's okay to be lost, that it's okay to take the time to tell about your despairs because no matter what, that wild geese, that passion, that something that's going to make you feel like you have a place in this world is going to call you again. And I think it's a poem of promise, a poem of comfort. So I hope you enjoy it. Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things.